Hello guys, this is Jyoti Swarup. Welcome to my channel Study with PJs. Today in this video we are going to discuss about biology chapter 5, that is transpiration. So in this video we are going to cover all these topics. First, what are those? First, what is a transpiration? Demonstration of transpiration. Okay, we will learn about two experiments. One is the release of water vapor from a plant by enclosing the plant in a polythene bag. Next, to demonstrate transpiration in plants by three setups. Next, measurement of transpiration, that is, one is weighing method and the another one is Potrometer method. And we will also learn about the precautions and limitations to be used in Potrometer. So let us start. Of course, you all know what is transpiration. Transpiration is nothing but loss of water in the process of water vapor from the leaves as well as from the aerial parts of the plant. Let us take an example. If you stand in the sunlight for a half an hour, you will surely get sweat. In the same way, the plant also stays in sunlight more than 6 hours. So, as we have sweating in our body, in the same way, the plants also have transpiration in their body. But from where do they get this water? The roots absorb the water from the underground and give or pass to the aerial parts of the plant as well as the leaves. So, by why do the roots absorb water? For the process of photosynthesis. Okay, for the process of photosynthesis and other works done by a plant, the water is absorbed from the roots. Okay, example, the if the root absorb 100% of water, out of these 100% the plant use only 2% of it. It may be for photosynthesis or any another works, it uses only 2% of it. Remaining 98% is given out as a water vapor through the process of transpiration in the atmosphere. Okay, that is about transpiration. Okay, only a small quantity of water, that is only 2%, is used by the plant. It may be for photosynthesis or other activities. The rest of it almost lost to the atmosphere as water vapor as a result of transpiration. Okay, we have completed with transpiration. Okay, see here, you can see the roots are absorbing the water from the underground, which is a very useful process for the plant. It also, including absorbing water, it also absorbs the minerals and nutrients from the with the help of roots. Out of these water, only 2% is used by the plant. It may be for photosynthesis or it may be for other activities. Remaining is given into the atmosphere as a water vapor as a result of transpiration. Okay, this helps to decrease the hotness of temperature. Okay, so we have completed the absorption of roots and about transpiration. Now we will move towards the experiments. Okay, to demonstrate the transpiration, there are two experiments. The first one is an experiment to demonstrate the release of water vapor from a plant by enclosing the plant in a polythene bag. Okay, now we will discuss about it. So here the experiment one tells helps us to demonstrate the transpiration in a plant. So to for the first experiment, the things we need are a well watered potted plant with a broad leaves. Okay, with broad leaves and a polythene bag. So first we need to take a small well watered potted plant and cover the stem. Okay, cover the plant with a transparent polythene bag and tie at its mouth at the base of the stem. Okay, now keep this pot in the sunlight. Okay, in the sunlight. Okay, keep it in the sunlight. So After a half an hour to hour, you can see that a small water droplets appear in the inner layer of the polythene bag. Okay, so due to the saturation of water vapor given out by the leaves, this happens. Okay, this is a control to show that plant transpire water in the form of water vapor. Okay, so this is the first experiment to demonstrate that plants transpire water. Okay, you can also check these water droplets to confirm are they really water droplets by using a dry cobalt chloride paper. What do you mean by dry cobalt chloride paper? It is a paper which is in blue color. Okay, when water droplets are added to it or touched to it, it turns to pink. If it turns only to pink, then those are water droplets. If it remains same, they are not the water droplets. So you can also try, and the dry cobalt chloride paper turns to pink. See here, a well watered potted plant is covered with a polythene bag, and you can all and kept in sunlight for 1 hour to half an hour. Then you can see the droplets appearing in the inner layer of the polythene bag. Okay, this proves that transpiration evaporates water. Now moving to second experiment. Okay, to demonstrate transpiration in plants by three setups. Okay, setup A, setup B, and setup C. See here, you can see three setups: setup A, setup B, and setup C. In setup A, we took a well watered potted plant that which is small but having broad leaves. Okay, so take a polythene bag and cover the pot with a polythene bag and tie at its mouth at the base of the stem. Now cover the entire plant with a bell jar. Okay, with a bell jar, that is setup A. You need to make a similar setup, that is setup B, but you need to add a dry cobalt chloride paper. Okay, dry cobalt chloride paper stick to a wooden stick, or you can also stick to the cork. That is about setup B. Now you need to take another setup, that is setup C, but here there should not be any plant, but a dry cobalt chloride paper should be there. So if you keep all these three setups in sunlight for 1 to 2 hours, in first setup you can see the water droplets on the inner layer of the bell jar, and when you see in the you can also see the same in setup B, but you can also see the dry cobalt chloride paper changing from blue to pink, because this proves that these are water droplets. And when you come to C, when you come to setup C, there is no change in dry cobalt chloride paper. By these three bell jars described above, there is a double visual proofs. What are those? That first one is condensation of water droplets. Okay, condensation of water vapor into droplets and change of color from blue to pink or dry cobalt chloride paper. So the change of color in dry cobalt chloride paper. So these are the two experiments which you can try at your home. Okay, now moving to measurements of transpiration. The first one is weighing method. What is weighing method? So here, weighing method. Okay, to know it, take a small lightweight potted plant and weigh it before and after a certain period of time. So now the soil surface of the pot should fully be covered, so that there would be no evaporation occurs from the soil, but the transpiration occurs from the leaves. Okay, the loss of weight is due to transpiration. Okay, so I will show an example. See here, you can also make an improvement in it. What is that? In the weighing method, you can use a glass bottle linked okay, a glass bottle ring to the rubber tube, so that the transpiration occurred with the amount of water evaporated due to transpiration comes into this water tube. Okay, that is about weighing method. You can also make an another weighing method. What is that? Is you can take a small test tube. Okay, you can take a small test tube and fill it with water. I will show you. See here, you can take a test tube and fill it with water. Now pour some oil at the top and place a stem which have no roots. Okay, so by pouring oil, there would be no evaporation occurred from these parts. Okay, the evaporation can occur only from these parts, that is leaves and other aerial parts. Now place this test tube in a beaker and weigh them both. Okay, now remove and keep this test tube in sunlight for few time. Now again keep this test tube in the same beaker which you have used previously and weigh them both again. Now you can see a difference and a loss of weight, that is due to transpiration occurred from these shoot part. That is about weighing method. Now moving to Potrometry method. Now coming to Potrometry method. So what is Photometer method? Photometer is a device used to measure the rate of water intake by the plant. Okay, and this water intake is almost equal to the water lost through transpiration. That is Photometer method. I will show you about this with an example. See here, this is Gaginius Potrometer. Gaganium is the person who had introduced it, and it is used for measuring the water intake. Okay, so see here, this is the water. Okay, this is the water, and this is the stem without roots, and this is the reservoir. This is the stop cork, and here there is a scale for measurement, and these are colored water so that we can understand better the water intake or the level of water, and these are the air bubbles. Okay, this is called Gaginius Potrometer. Okay, I hope you understood about Potrometer. What is a Potrometer? It is a device used for measuring the rate of water intake by the plant, and this water is almost equal to the water lost through transpiration. Okay, the water lost through transpiration will be equal, okay, equal to the amount of water intake. So Potrometer do not measure the water lost during transpiration, but measures the water uptake by a cut off shoot. Okay, that is about Potrometer. Now coming to the precautions and limitation of Potrometer. So now coming to the precautions of Potrometer, the precautions are the Potrometer should be made completely watertight. Okay, now then the twin should be cut obliquely, means to allow large surface for the water intake. Okay, it should be somewhat large, and underwater to avoid suction of any bubble into the twin will stop absorption of water into xylem. These are the precautions need to be taken while using the Potrometer. Okay, now coming to the limitations is introducing the air bubble is not very easy. The twin may not remain full alive for a long time. Any changes in the outside temperature may affect in the position of air bubble in the capillary tube. Okay, in the capillary tube. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, but please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my video.